They told me boys don't cry or play with Barbies. So my whole life I've tried my hardest to be the man that they wanted me to be.
Prompts: Immortal Yearning Fit Tsukishima. Day 3. Unsent Letter. Oikawa was young, however young 500 years and 2 decades was to an elf. You heard elves being 500 years and being an elder, right? They were only elders because a war with the vampires killed most elves with much knowledge. That, however, is now in the past. So color him surprised when he found a letter signed by his pen pal, a vampire over 800 years, Iwaizumi, which dated back 2 years before the war ended. Excuse me? Yes. A blonde walked up to him with a bored expression. This letter, who donated it? Letter? Oikawa pointed to the letter behind the glass enclosed into a wall. It was donated by an anonymous man from Kyoto. His master was apparently cleaning up the mansion, so the letter is a really historical piece dating back to 1908. 1908? 2 years before the gang wars ended? Gang wars were what the mortals knew of the wars the elves and vampires had. It's clearly not what both sides wanted their war to be called, but who cares? Yes, when the tensions between the two most feared gangs died down. Couple of idiotic long-ears and pale freaks. I'm sorry? Oh, nothing, just remembering stuff. No way, are you? An employee? I have my ID. No, I mean, you know. Sir, I don't know what you mean. It's nothing. I thought you were, never mind, really. One of the pale freaks? Yeah, Iwaizumi-san seems really interested in one Kusukawa. Oikawa narrowed his eyes at the blonde who held out a hand. He shook the hand anyway, spraying alcohol to his hands after. I'm Tsukishima-kei, the so-called servant who donated this letter. You betrayed Iwa-chan, Megani-chan. Best betrayal yet if this pushes you to confront him. This doesn't seem like Iwa-chan wrote the letter though. Of course it is. Do you want the video of him rambling about it? Oikawa flushed and pulled his jacket up. If what Tsukishima is saying is true, then that would change the 100-year unrequited love Oikawa has in the vampire. You just bloodsucker. If what you imply is the truth among the lies you create, then I laugh at the pathetic state of your master. The blonde just smirked at him, fangs peeking out and irises bleeding red from golden brown. My master was right. You are easily wrought up and talk old when flustered. I am not one bit flustered of your insolence. Okay, I told you to be quick about getting the letter back. Oikawa froze. Should he run? Should he confront Iwaizumi about the letter? The letter that Tsukishima was supposed to retrieve and currently wasn't retrieving because he met Oikawa. Speaking of the blonde bastard, he was grinning mischievously at the situation. That didn't seem good at all. I'm sorry, Iwaizumi-san. We have a visitor who's dying of curiosity. If the letter was for him. Footsteps sped up and echoed in the empty museum. Oikawa took a deep breath as the footsteps stopped. Toru, you're here. Iwa? I'm here. How have you been? Oh, for fuck's sake, you two talk about the goddamn letter and get over it, please. I need to make it official between me and Shoya already, stupid master. Tsukishima left the room after flustering the centuries-old immortals. So the letter? God, I hope that it doesn't make things awkward between us. I mean, I'm flattered. You are? Oikawa nodded shyly. The whole situation made him feel stupid. It was like they were teenagers just getting into a relationship. They're hundreds of years old. It's fucking stupid and pathetic. I'm glad it flatters you then. I'm sorry, it's really pathetic. I wrote that when we flirted back and forth and I was scared it'd scare you off. I'm glad it doesn't. It would have scared me off 100 years ago, it would. Oikawa turned to the letter and put his hand on the glass, his fingers running along the lines that stood out to him most. To you I'd perish my reputation and lineage, to you I'd sacrifice the comforts of my abode. May the heavens look upon you gently in my stead, for my love knows no bounds of blood and brotherhood. Iwaizumi was determined to betray his clan to be with him. And if that brings a shiver of fear and delight down his spine, then only he knows. I apologize. It was stupid of me to even write it. You could have burned it. I didn't want to. You replied to my letters with distant and cold themes. It was the only proof of my feelings and our moments of flirting. A reminder of some sort that I once allowed myself to yearn for what I shouldn't. That hurt Oikawa's pride. Yes, they became friends during the war, but did Iwaizumi have to word it that way? Am I still someone you should not yearn for? Are you allowed to yearn for me? I should be. I should be allowed to yearn for someone I've been yearning for over a century. Oikawa looked at Iwaizumi and saw the smile plastered on his face. He returned the smile and put his hands into his jacket. I heard the food at the nearest restaurant tastes delicious. If you're free, I'm free. Yeah? Yeah. They were free to love each other now. And